Hi everyone, I'm Anna and welcome to my channel. Since summer is coming to a close really soon, I decided to draw out a piece that reminded me of the desert heat. Where I am right now is definitely making it seem like that. I also wanted to have a little chat with you guys about how I became a freelance illustrator and a little bit on what happened past graduation, since it was a huge topic that came on my Instagram. So let's jump on in. Again, my name is Anna Latisse. I'm a freelance editorial and narrative illustrator that has worked with many different clients such as the Washington Post, Hulu, and Penguin Random House. I just graduated from university and have been working full-time as an illustrator and shop owner. Just like all artists, I started drawing since I could hold a pencil, but we're here for the real tea. We ain't here for all the other little flavors and stuff like that. So, my journey starts exactly in my freshman year of college in 2017, since I had a huge macho hiatus from drawing throughout high school. While deciding that the film program at my college just wasn't for me, I was taking a digital art class. Okay, so this is the part where my phone actually ran out of storage on me, so I had to switch to my camera and show you guys a quick timeline of what I did. So with that, let's go ahead and get right back to the story. We were discussing how to use Photoshop, Illustrator, and I was falling back in love with creating with my own two hands. This class really inspired me to get my first Wacom Intuos Draw tablet and also get my own sketchbook. So I was creating stuff on a daily. I loved just working in Photoshop when I did work in Photoshop and just drawing there. Go out into this little park area where you can see dolphins at my college and just sketch out there and just draw. It was so relaxing. It was a really nice hobby before I decided to monetize it like every other artist and illustrator. But yeah, I remember that exact day I officially decided that I wanted to be an illustration major in my college. I was actually drawing in my sketchbook. And the professor at the time, I guess he just happened to look at everybody's stuff and see what they were doing. And I don't know if I was paying attention to class or not, but I was just drawing my little sketchbook, and he was like, "Whoa, what is it? What is this?" So he was just kind of looking into it and stuff. The professor of that class at the time is also the head professor of the illustration department, and decided to string me along to do illustration as my major. I guess you could say he brought me over to the dark side, and I've been stuck ever since. I never fully realized you can actually make a career out of drawing that didn't involve gallery work. I wasn't really a traditional artist. I never had watercolor, gouache, acrylic. I never had the expertise in that throughout my years. The only thing I ever worked with was Crayola markers and the traditional pencil and paper. But doing digital illustration was just a whole different thing. It just clicked with me, and it was so much fun. Obviously, there is completely nothing wrong with doing gallery work, and you can also be very, very successful doing it. But at the time, and even when I was younger, I was always hearing about, starving artists. You'll never make money with art if you're just doing galleries and stuff like that. Because it is true. It's very, very hard work, which anybody can still do it anyway. It's just going to be a lot of hard work. So I never really went far into that. Just the thought of illustrating magazines and books and advertisements was thrilling to me, and what set me for my sophomore year as a transfer illustration student. Throughout my sophomore year, I was heavily focused on doing my illustration homework while focusing on the fundamentals outside of class. I did try to find my art style like a bunch of other artists, but ultimately I kind of gave it up because you can't really just find an art style without learning the fundamentals of anatomy and all that jazz. And I eventually ended up, being inspired by other artists and wanting to kind of change what I see in reality while being inspired by those other artists. Before I left for the summer, my professor told me that I should really focus on building a career in my art as he saw potential in me and my work. I really took that to heart, and it really motivated me to create art every week, finally open commissions, and start my online shop. The support that I got that summer and even now still amazes me, and it definitely helped build my career to what it is today. I was really in a portrait only phase at this time too, and kind of built my Instagram off of that. With that, I was able to quit my part-time job at my university during my junior year and only do freelance work and my online shop. It was hard to balance college work and freelance work with all of my own personal and social needs, but it was truly worth it. Now we have to move all the way over to summer 2020 during the Black Lives Matter movement. I posted 2 illustrations during that time, which went really viral on Twitter and Instagram and led to getting the eyes of many art directors and bigger companies wanting to work with me. With one of my illustrations, it led me to get a newspaper cover job with the Washington Post, do a t-shirt design with RuPaul's Drag Race, and I ended up working with Men's Health magazine. I'm still so grateful for that summer and how lucky I was for my art to blow up like that. And it's crazy because I still get requests because of those illustrations, like to this day. During my senior year of university, you could basically say that I was balancing a full-time job at illustrating while doing university work and my senior project. I signed with an incredible agent and illustration agency as well, and they feel so much like a family to me. I'm so grateful to connect with the artists that are within the community, and also just have an agent that knows like the business side of illustration and knows exactly what to do in certain situations. I was also able to work with Hulu on a movie poster, paying a random house for a book cover, and even more Washington Post illustrations. This was like a really hard time for me because we're in a pandemic. I had to do my senior book project, which that was a full-time job right by itself. I had class work that I had to do. So balancing all that stuff plus like working on my own like mental and physical health, hanging out with my friends and family, that was just a really hard time. But overall, I was able to do it all, get past it, and was able to graduate Jacksonville University with a bachelor's degree in illustration. So, you know, your girl is excited, your girl is happy about it. I guess you can say overall that social media was a huge help in building the foundation of what my career is now. So I'm highly grateful that we are in such a digital age to where like a simple post can lead you to so many different places. Now, just several months after graduating, I'm working back home on so many wonderful projects that I wish I could tell you guys. But, you know, I'll show them all to you pretty soon. And I actually just got the book cover that I illustrated earlier in the year. So I may do a video explaining how I illustrated it all on my iPad Pro, as I got so many questions on how in the world do I do my illustrations just on my iPad. I'm telling you guys, like I could literally work my whole illustration business strictly off my iPad if I wanted to, and I'm actually really close to doing it. I'm also rebranding my shop since most of my illustrations are pretty old, like they're way back in 2018, I believe. So I'll be showing the process of doing that on this channel. We obviously will be doing a lot of like art prints and stuff, and continuing on doing my bookmarks and maybe my planner dashboards. But I do want to have like some more stationery items, and I even have some stickers that I'm so excited to be selling. So if you've been waiting on stickers for me for almost like a whole year, just wait. It's almost here. It's almost here. anybody who enjoys my art to see the artist and real person that I am. So I hope you guys will hop along with me. I can say that I am truly grateful and happy to be able to work in this pandemic doing the thing that I love most. It's awesome to have so much support from so many people, not just within my family and friends, but also around the world. And I want to start documenting the rest of my journey as an illustrator on here. So again, I hope you'll hop along with me and see what we all can do together. I kind of just realized too that I'm probably going to get asked this question so many times, like what brushes am I using and stuff. I can immediately say right now is that it's a bunch of modified 6B pencil brushes from Procreate that I kind of just like messed with depending on what I'm using or what I was doing. And then like a pastel brush from Webster's I think the dry media kit or the mega kit that he has, which I definitely recommend you to get his brushes. All his brushes are really cool. And yeah, if I maybe forgot some brushes, I'll put them all down in the description box below for you all to check it out. I don't really I'm not gonna sell my brushes or anything just because I didn't make them myself. This is all like brushes are kind of modified, so I'm not gonna sell them. So I'll just leave them like what I use, the list down below, and guys can check it out along with any of my social media and my online shop. So as we're coming to a close with this illustration, I just want to say thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble and chat along and talk about how I became an illustrator and what I'm doing currently right now and my plans for this channel. If you have any video topics you want me to talk about or even any tutorials, I would love to know. Just make sure to comment them down below and I'll add them to the list of videos that I want to do. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening and watching this little iPad draw of me today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got to see a little bit of my process, learn a little bit more about me. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day and see you all in my next video. Bye!